anti-culture is now your host, Brock Radley.
Thank you. My name is Brock Lawley. I'm the Atheist Editor. I will be your host today. This is going to be a very quick podcast. Something very interesting popped into my head, and I just wanted to flesh it out. Here we go. Now, all my life, when I was in school, you had these health classes, and you had the left, Planned Parenthood, all these kind of radical fringe organizations, and they're like, absolutely no celibacy. I don't want to hear the word celibacy in your lexicon because, you see, only condies, only prophylactics belong in the kindergarten classroom. It's the only way to address our sexual promiscuous problem. Condoms, sponges, morning after pills, but absolutely no speaking of celibacy. That's just irresponsible. That just flies in the face of everything we know to be true. Now here's the thing. You guys all have that echo in your head. You remember that? You remember that debate? And I mean, there are some people who die on this hill. I have a friend who this is the thing for him. This is how he votes. You know, us conservatives, man, we want to teach kids celibacy. And that's just unacceptable. Because celibacy, you see, it doesn't work. No. You got to explain. You got to educate. You got to, look at this issue from all different lenses and all different angles. And you got to really fill that kid's head with, you got to explain the penis and the vagina and all the details. I mean, you got to start early. 5, 6. That's the only way. That's the only thing science verifies. That's the only thing he's trying to hear. Okay, now I'm going to helicopter this debate out of our health classes and our sex preparation discussions in society. And I'm going to helicopter out of that, and I'm going to put it right into the gun debate. Now we got the left saying, now the left is they're celibate on guns. That's what they are. Their whole argument is that we don't actually educate. We don't educate people on guns. We don't talk about a proper use of a gun and a not proper use of a gun. We don't discuss things and educate people and talk about their freedoms and yet their responsibilities within those freedoms. No. We just say, you gotta be celibate. Abstinent. That's it. That's the only option. Get that gun out of the hand of Mr. Joe Six-Pack Freeman. You see these people? They don't have any conviction. They don't think about what they say. They just emote. They emote. And by the way, the whole gun issue, it's all just smoke and mirrors. Because if you ever want to have an actual discussion about violence in this country, you're going to very quickly start talking about the fact that we have no moral fabric, that we've been teaching our kids that there's no such thing as right and wrong for a decade, 2 decades, and those chickens that come home to roast, like Mr. Reverend Wright. Like the famous Mr. Reverend Wright said, "Them chickens have come to roost." That's exactly right, my fellow Americans. So in order not to have our moral de-evolution, our moral crumbling discussion, let's just wrench some free guns out of the hands of free individuals. That's just our Band-Aid fix. But do you see the hypocrisy? This is the abstinence crowd on guns. Gun abstinence. That's the left. That's the left's issue. All the while lecturing us on the well-rounded and three-dimensional discussion of sexuality. And by the way, you want to talk about something ruining lives by the millions? It's our destruction of the innocence. It's our pumping a sewage pipe of filth and nonsense and destroying the innocent minds in our country with all this crap, this perversion that adults feel like is sacrosanct. This is so important that we expose our young children, our kindergartners, to the filth and the nonsense of the world. We can't give them a nice season of innocence. But these are discussions. This is just a hodgepodge. This is becoming just a big stew. But I hope I leave you with that little nugget, it's like one little stone in the stone wall of hypocrisy that is the left. And I have to spend hours chipping away at this wall. It's just exhausting. But somebody's got to do it, so you get it done right here in the Atheist Editor Show. Thank you for listening.
You are listening to the Atheist Antidote Show.